U.S. President Donald Trump says new talks with Iran are set to begin Monday after he called off threatened major strikes. The move comes as efforts intensify over Iran's nuclear program and the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. Details in this report.
U.S. President Donald Trump says the United States chose negotiations instead of launching what he described as a massive attack on Iran. He says the decision was intended to save lives and avoid the enormous destruction a wider military operation could cause. Trump says negotiations will begin Monday afternoon.
Well, now what we're doing is we're talking to them in the form of a negotiation. It begins tomorrow afternoon, and we'll see if it's true. I'd love to do that, save a lot of lives. Save a lot of unnecessary power, to be honest with you. It would take many, many years to ever build it back. If it could, I don't think it would be even buildable back. So we had an attack that would be the biggest attack since World War II, and it would have been disastrous for them. And they didn't want us to do it. And frankly, Saudi Arabia didn't want it either. They thought that a deal is imminent.
Trump says regional allies, including Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Qatar, urged him to call off the planned operation. He also says Washington believes a potential agreement on the Strait of Hormuz could be followed by a deal addressing Iran's nuclear ambitions.
I was asked to by Saudi Arabia, by UAE, and by Qatar, and by Iran. We were all set to go just about at this time right now. And it would have been a massive attack. We're all set to go, but when the allies ask to call it off, you got to sort of say, well, let's see. And the reason they asked is I think there's a deal. There's a deal on Hormuz, and then there will be a deal on the nuclear, or you might call it the denuclearization of Iran. I call it the denuclearization of Iran.
For now, diplomacy has replaced another threatened military escalation, but major issues remain unresolved. The coming talks could determine whether Washington and Tehran move toward a broader agreement or return to confrontation.